The status of Nebraska's winter wheat improved slightly over the last week. The latest USDA crop progress report shows the percent of the crop in good to excellent condition 1 point better than a week ago. 34% is listed as heading, well ahead of the state's 5-year average of 17%. But there are problems emerging. We talked with Nebraska Extension plant pathologist Stephen Wegulo Wednesday morning to learn more about the shape of this state's crop.
The wheat is in actually very good condition. Last week it was rated up to 67% good to excellent, so it's in very good shape.
What are the disease problems that you're seeing in areas of the state?
Well, stripe rust continues to be a concern throughout the state, so that's one disease that growers should be keeping watch on. In Kansas, those growers that did not spray, their fields have very severe stripe rust right now, and Kansas is a little bit ahead of us. So we still have conditions favorable for stripe rust to cause significant damage if wheat is not sprayed.
Yeah, is there a management option? What is it?
Well, right now, if you are in the western half of the state, probably you want to time the flag leaf because the wheat is not fully headed there. If you are in the eastern half of the state, wheat is headed or flowering, and the other concern we have is fusarium head blight. And you remember from last year we had some very bad fusarium head blight. So if wheat is headed and starting to flower, we recommend that you apply Caramba or Prosaro. Those two fungicides are good in suppressing fusarium head blight, and they're excellent in controlling rust and other fungal diseases.
Are there any virus problems?
There are two virus diseases that we are seeing right now, and one is barley yellow dwarf virus. It causes the leaves to yellow, and right now mostly the flag leaves. You'll see the flag leaf is yellow from the tip down, and so we are seeing it at low to moderate levels. It's a little higher in varieties that are more susceptible. And the other virus we are seeing, and mostly in the panhandle of Nebraska, is wheat streak mosaic virus. Some fields in the panhandle have very severe wheat streak mosaic virus. Now, with viruses, there's nothing you can do once they occur, but there are some things you can do later in the after harvest to help limit the damage the following year. So, for example, with wheat streak mosaic, you control volunteer wheat and any volunteer grassy weeds that are in the field, because the volunteer wheat and grassy weeds, they support the wheat curl mite and as well as the virus. And if you don't control those two, we call them the green bridge. If you don't control the green bridge, then those mites will move on to the fall planted wheat later in the fall and transmit wheat streak mosaic. So you can do some things to help with virus control the following year, but this year it's too late.
At what level could those virus problems start to impact yield?
Well, wheat streak mosaic in general in the Great Plains causes 2 to 3% yield loss, but in specific fields we have seen 100% loss. So if you don't control that volunteer wheat and you have a severe case of wheat streak mosaic, you could lose up to 100% of your wheat.
You can find more about wheat diseases on the CropWatch website. We'll also link to those resources on the Market Journal homepage.